how black men fall, man. Especially for the Snow Bunny, man. OG about to get into it, man. I'ma go ahead. I'm finna listen, man. I'm finna watch this as y'all watch this, you know. I'ma learn something, cause I ain't trying to go out sad like the Michigan coach. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into the content. Let's listen to OG. Let's see what he got to say. Let's soak in the game. Let's see what his point of view is, man. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel. Show some love. Hit the like button. It's free. We trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Subscribe to the channel, man. Let's go.
Two sides to you, now I'm faded. Holding you, kissing you, calling you baby. Cold by the shake, I'm trying to drink you. Feel like I'm drunk, might need a chaser. She got me nervous, I'm trying to be player. Let's leave the ball, go home and lay up. Rubbing your body, massaging your layers. Sip and get tipsy, we play a little later. I don't use a drink, but loving your flavor. Me and you make a good combination. When I hit it, look like you took a sip of the whiz. How you making them faces? Use that weight, but I'm getting patient.
Again, right before our eyes, but this time it's at the University of Michigan. Another man losing everything because he couldn't master his emotions. And let me be clear, I'm not here to judge Sharon Moore. No, I'm here because his story is yet another one to warn us all of the price we will pay when we lack sexual self-control. Countless men, successful men who had work ethic, opportunity, favor, platforms, everything in front of them. But one thing brought them all down: a lack of discipline in the area of sexual self-control. And Yah has been telling us this, men, for way long before ESPN ever could report it. Proverbs chapter 5, verse 8 told us, and even today tells us, to stay away from her, the immoral woman. Don't go near the door of her house. If you do, you will lose your honor, and you will lose to merciless people all that you have achieved. And strangers will consume your wealth, and someone else will enjoy the fruit of your labor. We've read this, we've heard this. And if you haven't read those scriptures, you've seen it play out. But we continue to fold to lust. We continue to fold to our desires that lead us to sin, that destroy our homes, our careers, families, friends, futures. Brothers, sadly, that's exactly what we're seeing again today. These coaches signed contracts worth tens of millions of dollars. Yet, in a moment of unrestrained desire, they lost what it took years to build. And it's not just coaches. We see it in entertainment, media, politics. Money is gone because we can't control lust. Reputation is gone because we can't control lust. Legacy damaged, family wounded. And it happened not because they were talented, but because they weren't disciplined emotionally and mentally. And I would even add spiritually, because if we see the warnings in the scriptures, for those of us who are men of Yah, because we're not exempt from this. We got David as the prime example of what happens when you can't control lust. And like I said in many videos before, lust clouds the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that's used for decision making. So situations like this keep happening when we're slaves to lust, because we could see the danger. We could see the poisonous or the venomous snake in front of us and still try to pet it because we want to control it. But because of lust, it leads us to get closer to the snake, get closer to something that's going to take us out. And let me be real with you, my brothers, sexual sin is very expensive. Not only spiritually, let's just stay in the natural. It's more expensive than cars, houses, divorces, and attorney fees. It costs a man his strength, his clarity, his peace, and in many cases, his purpose. We watched it happen to former Michigan State head coach, football coach, Mel Tucker. He lost a reported $95 million because he didn't master his emotions And now, Sharon Moore, a man at the height of opportunity, losing almost everything, my brothers, in less than 24 hours. And there's speculations around why he was arrested, and I don't want to share any of that because it's alleged and we don't know. So again, I'm not here to attack him, but here to awaken us to what keeps happening to our brothers when we do not control lust. Brothers, we have to stop assuming that our success will protect us. It will not. Success just gives temptation a louder knock at your door. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 26 makes it very clear. A man who goes to a whorish woman is reduced to a crust of bread. Reduced, my brothers, diminished, made small. That means you don't just lose money, you lose yourself. And it's also written in 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 18, that we must flee or run from sexual immorality, because every sin that a man does is outside of his body, but he who commits sexual immorality sins against his own body. One decision can shrink a man who was meant to be mighty. And that's what I want us all to avoid. Why I fight so hard to make sure I don't put myself in compromising positions. Make sure I'm not around or hire or be in positions where women who I sense are attracted to me, they can't be around. I have too much to lose, not just in the natural with my family and the ministry and the Cave of Adullam, the nonprofit, but spiritually. The Most High has too much riding on this broken vessel that he uses to bring glory to himself and to free many of you who are watching right now. And that's what I want us all to be vigilant about, because Yah created us to be comprehensive men, men who are not ruled by lust, but led by his wisdom, men who don't live reactive lives, but reflective ones. It has been said that a thinking man cannot be fooled. We must start practicing self-control, contemplating the decisions we make or the outcomes from them before we make them. And Proverbs chapter 7, verses 25 through 27 reads, "Don't let your hearts stray away toward her." And her or the woman in this passage is the adulteress, the immoral woman. Don't wander down her path, for she has ruined many, many strong men. She has slain many strong men. Her house is a road to the grave, and her bedroom is the den of death. Not weak men, strong men have folded to these type of women. Men with platforms, men with power, men with influence. Biblically, men with kingdoms. The issue isn't strength. The issue is supervision. Who governs you when no one is watching you? For me, first and foremost, it's my fear and admiration of Yah the Most High and following the convictions of his Holy Spirit who is within me. Without that, I'm done. That's why I have to stay locked in. As Isaiah says, he who keeps his mind stayed on Yah or the Most High or the Lord Adonai, the Lord will keep him in perfect peace. Yah doesn't expose the sin in us to embarrass us, my brothers, or to condemn us. He exposes us to save us. Again, this is not about Sharon Moore. It's not about Mel Tucker. It's not about Brother Shannon Sharp. I can go down the line. It's about you. It's about me. Are we ruling our desires? Are we guarding our hearts? Are we protecting our purpose? Here's one piece of advice I never forgot. And if you adopt this mentality, it will stop you from making so many detrimental decisions. Remember this: every decision you make, act like it will be on the front page of every news network in the world. Every decision, act like it will be in front of the world, broadcast on ESPN, CNN, ABC, Fox News, you name it, across social media. And if you still go down that path, something is deeply wrong, brothers. So, whoever you are entertaining secretly today, please know it will control you publicly tomorrow if you do not cut ties with her. I want to close with this. James chapter 1, verses 14 and 15. Temptation comes from our own desires, which entice us and then drag us away. These desires, my brothers, give birth to sinful actions. We've seen this. We keep seeing it. And when that sin is allowed to grow, to fester, it gives birth to death. Not physically in these cases, but we see what happens, or the type of death a man can experience before he actually dies. So, my brothers, let's walk in Yah's wisdom. Let's walk in the fear of Yah, which is written as the beginning of wisdom and knowledge. Let's lean not on our own understanding. Let's wean our souls and practice self-control. Let's walk as comprehensive men of Yah. Shalom, and I pray that this video will not only encourage you, edify you, but give you the fire needed to burn away every temptation that's in your path.
Appreciate you for clicking on the video. Before you go, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out.